You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the place where sports experience collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth Beans. Joining me on the show, we have, I'm gonna start with Q. What up, Q?
What's going on?
Shelton.
What's happening?
And I'm gonna go with Nick.
What up?
And then and Spike. What up, Spike?
I'm here so I don't get fined. I want to say this is a bottle full of tequila and not water. That's what I need to get through this thing. Here's so get fined.
The FIFO's running a bit behind, so he'll be here momentarily. But if you're just showing up, before we kicked off the show, I had a conversation about the Super Bowl halftime. Just in case you may have wondered where that conversation was, if you even care. Just go back and listen to the last couple of minutes there. But we're here to talk about the game and a surprise game for a lot of folks. But the world was focused on the biggest game of the year for Super Bowl 59, as we all witnessed a textbook lesson in a belt-to-ass beatdown when the Philadelphia Eagles destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs 42-22. What were y'all overall thoughts on the game? I am going to start with you, Q.
I'm still processing this shit.
Non-believer.
I'm still processing this shit, man. Like, how do y'all want this to go, man? I can get
bro, just be you, bro.
And no. See, there's two me's right here. I'm on some Gemini shit. You want the famous me or the shameless me, like Kendrick said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go, straight analyst here, or I can get ignorant. I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all 70-30 analyst, 30% ignorant.
I just want ignorance. You already know me.
I'm gonna wait for people to come to get ignorant.
He watching Nick Wright to see what the answer should be. That's what he's
doing. So my problem going into the game was that Patrick Mahomes puts fear into my heart, and I think I have every right to feel that as a fan of an NFL team, because, you know what I'm saying, I think he's the second greatest quarterback I've ever seen. Still think it's Tom Brady. But when I saw what they were able to do over their playoff run, I was just like, man, they just execute at a high level. So going into this game, I picked them 34-31. Dude, by the end of the first quarter, I was just like, they not gonna let us do this, right? Like, this can't be happening. And then the game continues to go on. I see Patty looking rattled, the offensive line for the Chiefs getting absolutely decimated. They're getting ragdolled like Tiana Trump on a Thursday. It's crazy, bro. And it's bad out there for them boys. Cooper DeJean gets a pick six. It's 17-0. I'm still even. I'm like, I've seen this movie before. He done been down 24-0. This boy is like Michael Myers. You got to shoot for the head, bro. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't let him just, we killed Michael Myers. Nah, bro. He going to get up like Undertaker and follow after your ass again and get you. So for me, 17-0, I'm cool. 24-0, I'm still like, nope. That's what the Texans had them in the 2019 game. I'm not falling for it. 40-6. I'm starting to feel really good, man. I'm like, all right, 40-6. This is like a little bit of a lead that we can hold on to. The team played outstanding, bro. The Eagles exceeded all expectations. I saw none of this coming. And I'm just still in shock. I'm still processing. The defensive line, all four of those guys. I'm in shock because I don't think anyone saw this coming. I don't believe that anyone could have predicted. I said last week that my heart and my head was the battle. My heart says we should beat the fuck out these boys because I've always felt we are the best roster in the league. You know what I'm saying? But my head said 34-31 Chiefs. It just seems like it's their time. It's Patrick Mahomes. Bro, when they're trademarking three-peat already, I'm like, shit, man. I don't know if we can compete against this energy. Nah, man. The Eagles showed up. They showed out. They shut me up in so many different ways. They finally played like the roster I believe they can play like most weeks out the NFL season. Jalen Hurts seems to peak when the lights are the brightest for some reason. And I'm very happy about that. I think that whatever anybody says about him is true. He's that type of guy. Whatever you say about him is true. If you think he's top 5 now, cool. If you think he's not top 5, cool. If you think he's top 10, cool. If you think he's not top 10, cool. If you think he's bottom 5, cool. All I know is from what I've seen is that when the lights are the brightest, he does perform as a quarterback. The defensive line should be the MVP if we could give joint awards, because they were the reason why we were in that position to strike that way. Saquon did what he had to do. AJ did what he had to do. Devontae did what he had to do. Offensive line dominated. I'm in shock, man. I'm still processing. So 2 of them, I'm very excited. I'm very happy. And this has been a great ride to watch. And it's been a pleasure to watch such, efficient football in Philadelphia.
Q, somebody said on Reddit that you got out the car like Trey. Let me out, though. They said you got out, Q. And I want you to know, I'm going to say this, Q. You didn't start that this week. You've been talking this shit all this playoffs, bro. Don't act this shit new. Yeah, I've been waiting on this because him, just like y'all, talked all that trash. And I told you the whole time what was going to happen. Nobody predicted it was going to be a blowout.
You picked them by 10. You picked them by 10, bro. Go back and watch the film.
I was wrong.
You said 31-21.
31-21. And I think it was 30 points. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. It was 18.
No, it was really 34.
It was really 34. It really was 34.
I gotta hear with that. 22.
But my point to you is this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, go ahead, Nick. You go.
You already started, nigga. Your team won. Go ahead.
The point is this. I'm here to bring balance, bro. I'm not gonna be on the right.
You can't bring no balance to this, Nick. Ain't no balance to it. Just like the game, there was no balance to it. There was no balance to it. I told you they did exactly what they were supposed to do to win games. That was the whole point. It was to win. Everybody be looking at the stats. It look pretty. All this pretty stuff. Oh, we gonna get demolished. That's exactly. I'm gonna tell y'all what QB saying in the chat. Because QB talking different on here. He talking nice on here, but in the chat he said we're gonna get demolished.
Can you talk about the team, bro? They don't care about the chat.
I'm telling because it's the truth. It's the truth.
I'm very consistent.
And I kept telling you consistently wrong on this because I kept trying to tell you. I kept trying to tell you what was gonna happen. This was Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford.
What were you telling me that was gonna happen? They were
gonna be where they at right now. And I told you, everybody, just like I told you with this, everybody steps up when needed. This week is this person. This week is that. You said Saquon was dragging them. Saquon didn't have to drag them. Saquon benefited just like everybody else.
I said Saquon was dragging them?
Yes.
Dragged them to the
What do you mean dragging them?
To the championship.
Oh, you mean carrying us? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was carrying us. Sheldon, that's a fact.
No,
Sheldon was carrying us.
Sir, it was a team effort this whole time, bro.
Come on,
it's a team effort this whole time.
I get it.
Have you not been watching?
Sheldon, I don't know what psychosis has happened in Carolina, but like I've been here for 28 years, bro.
But we talking about this one.
I know, but I've been here for 28 years. I am.
With this one.
No. You can't talk about this one. You can't talk about this one unless you were there when we lost to Tom Brady. You can't talk about this one unless you were there when we lost to Arizona in the NFC Championship game. You can't talk about this one unless you saw Chip Kelly trade away LaShawn McCoy for Kiko Alonso. I give my opinion straight up. I'm an objective fan. I don't have blinders on just because I found a team that finally wins. My team has been winning. We have a ring. I was hype off 2018 then. I wasn't expecting us to beat Patrick Mahomes, and that's fine. But let's calm down because you don't have seniority in this fandom at all, bro. Bro.
So, Lou, I'm a hedger, right?
Bro. You're a stepchild. You're a stepchild in this family.
This is the definition of hedging. We're going to get our ass kicked, but then you're going to celebrate when they win. Ain't that hedging? What is that? I'm the stepson.
He a fan though.
You're exactly right.
I could,
but I told
relate
you what
to
was going to happen. You got to listen.
You asked me. I can relate to Q because I would feel the same way about Dallas. If Dallas was to luck up and win like y'all did, I would feel the same way. Like, damn, I ain't even expect this shit to happen, man. We got a above average quarterback, a coach don't nobody know, and an owner who's trying to sabotage us. Man, I can't believe we pulled this off. I get where Q coming from.
Nick, I took some notes too, Nick, just like you did last week. 95. This 95.
Okay. Only when I'm an objective fan.
95. You can't see.
I'm an objective fan, bro. I'm not gonna pick my team to win. I'm not gonna pick my team to win every single year, bro. If I see evidence go against it, if I see that the Chiefs look unbeatable, I'm gonna say, yo, I think we're gonna lose. If I think that we have the best roster in the NFL and we peak in the last 2 games of the season on all fronts, then, bro, it is what the fuck it is. But I've seen this team do what they should do in 2022 and then lose in the big game. And I've seen us all year in the first half look inconsistent. The bye week comes, we started putting shit together. I'm still having questions about Jalen as a passer, which is why I said whatever you say about the man is true. I'm not going to argue you down on that. But we have to get some order in the family. Bro, you just got here, and I respect it, and I welcome you to the family. You should care, though, because if you understood, you don't understand the pain. You can't pop champagne with us, bro. You can't. I never got out. I'm an objective fan. I'm an objective fan. You cannot pop champagne with us if you didn't cry in the rain with us, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. No, but that's that bullshit, no, bro. That's lap riding. No, our team is great all the time. That's lap riding. I'm not doing that. I don't do that. Welcome to Philadelphia. We shit on our fucking teams.
They ain't got to be great all the time.
We
you do. Stop talking for Philly.
No, Philly does this, bro. You haven't even been here, so you don't know.
I know real Philly fans.
You don't know how we get down.
Why y'all arguing?
I know real Philly fans.
This is why I hate Philly, man. This is it. This is why I
think real Philly fans don't do that.
Because Sheldon talking like he really been here, and he hasn't been here. Just enjoy the win. Enjoy the win, though. Enjoy the win, though.
You ain't no real fan.
Enjoy the win. Go ahead, I'm not no real fan. I had a Mike Vick jersey before you even had a hairline. Like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
He ain't a real fan.
Come on, bro. What are you talking about, bro? I had a Lito Shepherd jersey at 6 years old, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? I had a Jeremiah Trotter jersey at 8 years old, bro. Like, what are you actually doing here?
Don't mean nothing.
I'm excited, but you getting too gas, bro.
You should be excited.
You're a stepson.
You should be excited. You should be excited. You should have been excited last week. You should have been excited the week before.
I was excited last week. I was excited. So because I picked Patrick Mahomes to win, that means I'm not excited. Man, what are you talking about? That logic don't even make fucking sense. See, that's just D-riding because we're D-riding.
D-riding is what you did.
No, D-riding is what?
You picking Patrick Mahomes. That's it. Like you talking about Patrick.
I picked Mahomes because he's a better QB.
You said Jaden Daniels was going to beat him the week before. You forgot that?
I said Jaden Daniels
was going to beat them. Yes, you did.
I never picked them, bro. You just talking shit now. Go ahead, you just got here, bro. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
Go ahead, Nick.
Like, bro, you weren't there when we lost to Adam Vinatieri on a field goal. You weren't there, bro. I'm talking about history. See, you can't pop champagne if you ain't been in the ring with me, bro.
I ain't got to pop champagne.
Like, bro, that's like saying you part of the gang and you pledging the gang at 28, bro. Like you can't get jumped in at 29, bro. Like we've been on the fucking, we've been off the porch, bro. We've been off the porch, bro. We've been off the porch. So I've been off the porch. You just got jumped in at 30. You got jumped in at 45. You got jumped in at 45. That makes no sense. You can't talk to me about fandom, bro.
You can't talk about fandom.
You got out the car, Trey. That shit is crazy. I was never in the car in the first place. I'm objective, bro. It is what the fuck it is.
Wonderful job mediating. Let him go.
That shit is crazy, bro. He talking about I don't want to talk about before his frat brother got in the fucking organization. He don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. No, I don't do that shit. I talk about the entirety of my organization. You can't do that because you ain't been here. Because you're a stepchild, bro. We just married you into the family. We just married you into the fucking family. He was in 2015. In 2015, he was rooting for Cam Newton. In 2015, I was rooting for Nick Foles. That's the fucking difference here, bro. In 2015, he was rooting for Luke Kuechly. In 2015, he was rooting for Luke Kuechly. In 2015, I was rooting for motherfucking Eric Rowe. That's the difference, bro. You know the fucking names of what the fuck we talking about. Just pop the champagne and enjoy it, bro. Like, but let's not get gas and start talking shit to actual fans, bro.
Who would have been next? Show. I might have to. I might have to mute some mics.
It's insane. It's insane for y'all to be. It's hilarious.
He just got in the car 2 years ago.
I get it, man. Real quick. I'll have to say only.
He just got in the car because it's everybody goes.
Real quick, guys. Real quick.
It's crazy.
This is why I hate Eagles, the fans, because only y'all will be fucking arguing like this after y'all won the Super Bowl.
That made FIFA leave.
Only the Philadelphia fans do this, bro. No other fan base would do this.
Well, I would say this.
The Eagles, bro.
I'll say this because the Eagles won. I think me and Ken were the ones doing the numbers, Sheldon. I don't know where your 95 came from, but we and Ken was doing the numbers. We was like, brother, there's no way that he beats it. It really felt very similar because I want to talk about the Chiefs. The Eagles won. Saquon got his ring. I'm happy about that. That was I couldn't lose. I'm more shocked about the Chiefs side of things because it looked once again like that Bucs Super Bowl where we going in there thinking Patty can do it all. He can save it all. When the main points that I was bringing up to why I felt like Philadelphia was going to win was like I kept on saying, bro, like we got this nigga throwing a Hollywood Brown, old ass D-Hop. We got Juju. So like and then on the other side they got AJ Brown, Smitty, even Dallas Goedert or whatever the fuck. Like it's like it doesn't even make sense for even try to pick one side. And then once the game started, bro, it was just like wow. My thing goes back. I said this 2 years ago, and I was early, kid, and they called me a hater.
Oh no, don't do that.
They won a Super Bowl, so I had to shut the fuck up. But I'm trying to tell y'all once again, this front office is taking advantage of Patrick Mahomes because there's
you can only say that now.
Hold on, Lou, let me talk, Lou, because we already had all these other niggas yelling all that shit. I ain't trying to yell. All I'm trying to say is, bro. We look at that roster. We look at all the pieces they let go. And, of course, they won a Super Bowl, so you can't really say they did wrong moves. But we want to see our best with the best. You know what I'm saying? When Giselle was yelling with Brady at that time, and she was like, that nigga can't throw and catch. She was saying, like, I want to see the best with the best. I don't want to – the fact that Patty had this team in the Super Bowl alone and at all the close games on it speaks to his greatness. So I don't change my
but now you can't change that now.
Hold on. I'm just saying, like, my viewpoint of Patty does not change. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to the Chiefs, because again, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so they did their job. I don't really have much to say about them. Everybody should have known they were going to win based off the roster. Like you said, they got the most talented roster in the NFL. My thing is that it still should have been at least a somewhat close game because they faced them 2 years ago when the roster was just as good, if not better. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, and they won that Super Bowl. So how the fuck are you not able? Like, what happened to Andy Reid on for bye? What happened to the run game? What happened to Spag's defense? I mean, Spag defense tried to do some things. At least they kind of shut down Saquon, but still, like, I was more so shocked the fact that like one, Andy Reid once again got outcoached in the Super Bowl. We about to say that about 3 times now. And Patty looked like he was trying to do everything, even though this is his worst game. I'm not going to excuse Patty because he threw pick sixes to a white boy during Black History Month. That's crazy. That should be 12 points. But I'm looking at that roster, bro, and it's like, bro, the offensive line is shitty, and there is no run game. You got Kareem Hunt running like Medea back there.
They had 3 Pro Bowlers on that offensive line.
Who?
Exactly. Which ones did you see on Sunday?
Didn't look like it.
Which ones did you see on Sunday?
Just didn't look like it. They were there.
Real quick, somebody got hurt, so they had to move the left guard to left tackle, and they had to put in a backup left guard. So now I got a backup left guard and a left tackle who's supposed to be playing guard, which is why I can rush 4 people now and get the pressure on Mahomes that they got. Like the difference, like you were saying, Nick, between this Super Bowl 2 years ago and this Super Bowl, it wasn't necessarily the receivers. It's that Jalen Carter's a fucking monster. He's one of the best defense, if not the best defensive lineman in football. So if I'm rushing you and you need 2 people to block me because you got a backup in and somebody who playing the wrong position in, and we can get pressure to you with 4 people, I can do whatever the fuck I want to on defense. And that's going to make even Patrick Mahomes look pedestrian. We've seen it happen. That's the biggest difference. We can talk about the Chiefs front office. We can talk about the receivers. We can talk about Andy Reid. We can talk about all of these things. But the main thing was those 4 dudes on the defensive line of the Eagles was whooping ass and taking names, and that was the end all be all of the game. And it's the same thing that happened with the Bucks. We see when the Chiefs have linemen out, when they have people like out of position because they linking this shit together. I do agree with you, Nick. They putting this shit together with tape and fucking band-aids. And when soon as something wrong happens and they can't make up for it, now they in this position because they expect.
That's not. It's so funny though. Let me say something real quick. So that's not an excuse because we just saw that in the Bucks game, and they were supposed to get rebuilt.
How many years ago was that?
That was only a few years ago. We saw this in the Bucks game. How many years does it take you to relearn the same lesson? Fix your offensive line and get this man some more weapons. So like that's
it was fixed.
And I'm not excusing Patty,
right?
Because like you said, the offensive line was shitball. We kind of knew that going into the game, especially going against that D line.
The offensive line wasn't shitball. It was an injury.
Shelton, have you not been talking about how Patty?
When you have to put a left guard at tackle, it's over.
That's not what I'm talking about. Because all season long, Shelton has Patrick Mahomes not been getting hit more this season than he has in previous seasons.
Yeah, he's ran for his life a lot of times this year.
So that's what I'm saying. The offensive line has been shittier than it was previously since that Super Bowl. And on top of that, we're not excusing Patty because, like you said, even though offensive line crumbled, you can still throw the ball away. You can still throw it in the dirt. Why are you throwing it to number 33? Why are you throwing it over the middle against one of the best linebackers, or he's having one of the best linebacking seasons to try to fit it into Hollywood Brown? Like that's what I'm saying.
You can say the best linebacker in the game.
He's at one of them. He ain't Fred Warner now.
Nick, I will say I do agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
was doing, like that wasn't characteristic of what
because he got to do too much because the team is shit.
No, but not even that you got to do too much. You're trying to do too much, bro. Throw the check down route. I was most confused at watching this game as to wondering why he was trying to throw the ball down the field, bro. If they playing zone and only rushing 4, all of us play man or have played man before. Throw the ball to the running back, bro. Like, just keep doing that until they change the defense. He kept trying to look downfield for little open holes in the pocket, trying to be cute, trying to do more than he could do against this defense, and it came back to bite them in the ass. It didn't help that Andy Reid was on the sideline. Like, I don't know what kind of plays he was calling, but all throughout the game, you kept looking at it, and it was so confusing. It was like, why won't he just throw the check down? And he never did that. The running backs have to be open, bro. If I got 7 back in zone, all you do is throw the flare out and keep doing it or throw the screen. We know that. We play Madden. They never did that, and that's insane.
So whose fault is it, Lou?
Patrick Mahomes. It was the worst. This is the worst game I ever seen him play.
Yeah, this is on Patty.
He's trying to do way too much, bro.
This is on Patty, but I'm saying move, but there's not a lot of times where we're gonna say this is on Patty. Like if he fucks up
one of the few times.
That's what I'm saying. If he fucks up, then it's like that's a bad day for Patty. It's on him, but that's a bad day for Patty. What I'm talking about is moving forward. Like I'm arguing. Yeah, I'm arguing that moving forward, bro, is we potentially may not see. I'll say,
but in this specific
moving
scenario,
forward, the Chiefs are in trouble. The Chiefs are in trouble.
In this specific scenario, when you agree, it looked weird that he kept trying to make plays and do like. Ken said this in the chat. Like, he's trying, like, you too amped, bro. You need to calm the fuck down. You need to act like this is week 8 in Oakland. Throw the ball to the running back, get them 3 or 4 yards every play, and y'all are going to be cool. He kept trying to throw the ball into the teeth of a zone. Everybody knows anything about football. You can't do that. It's not going to happen. Go ahead, Ken.
I mean, we had a conversation about this. And I said that, or pointed out that if they come in trying to stop Barkley, Jalen Hurts with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and all those guys can't throw the ball enough to beat them. And that's exactly what happened. And along with the defense. The thing about last week when we were making our picks, I wish FIFO was here. But
he jumped off.
FIFO and Spike never gave a real football reason as to how they thought they could see the Chiefs beating the Eagles. It was just they got Jordan. They got Mahomes. And you can see, I mean, I was like listening. I heard Darius Slay on Richard Sherman and the things he was saying. And I was like, yo, this team is different with how after week 4, they finally understood what Vic Fangio was trying to do. And you saw the change, like hearing him kind of talk to Richard Sherman about that and some of the guys on there, and et cetera, et cetera. It didn't sound like he was just talking like a lot of hype. So they had the defense, and it was just like, what would the other guys do? If these guys throughout the season they were giving up 17, 18 points a game all year long. We've seen the Chiefs barely win games all season long. This was not a good football team. This was a team that managed to win games by refs or whatever you want to call it, throughout the year, these close games. But at some point, it's going to come back to bite you. Patrick Mahomes played awful. And the concerning pass for me was when he tried to hit Travis Kelce on it was either spacing concept or a curl route, and he threw the ball low. But he was trying to throw the ball low and away from the defense. He did that multiple times in the game. I think the second possession is when I saw him frustrated. He wanted this three-peat badly. I don't know what type of offensive scheme they came up with or whatnot, but Andy Reid got our coach. Patrick Mahomes played like shit. And he just was not reading the defense at all. He looked absolutely lost out there, and it just became a lot of pressure. And yeah, that front four they were eating that offensive line up, and they couldn't do anything. But you got Xavier Worthy out there, and
don't get me started.
Hey, man, when I saw DeAndre Hopkins miss that pass and Patrick Mahomes missed that pass, which they could have used those points, I knew it was then. I left at halftime. After the halftime show, it was no need for me to watch anything else because they thoroughly dominated these guys, throughout the game. And, it's one of the reasons why I went with them. It's just they just were not a good team. They're a flawed team. Nick, I know we got to have a conversation about where they go next because, maybe this is not the show for that. But, when you analyze – the last couple of years, I mean, he managed to drag this team there. But one thought I had was they lost to them 2 years ago. Patrick Mahomes found a way to win last year. And what they do, they get it, and they went and got Barkley. This reminded me of almost like when when the Warriors went and got KD because they lost to Mahomes. And they were like, we need to go get a guy that's going to help us take the top. And they built basically a super team, a super roster, in order to beat him. And it got him a Super Bowl. And, I think that, kudos to the whole team for everything that they did to get to this point. And, Jalen got it done. And that's why I went in. He got it done.
Who Jalen Hurts remind me of?
Who's that?
Tim Tebow.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yep. He's a young Russell Wilson. That's what we say.
I saw somebody say that too, Nick.
He's young. It don't sound good in 2025. And this is 2020.
Man, McDuffie, bro. McDuffie looked like a child out there.
Yeah, he got.
I'd rather have a McMuffin than a McDuffie.
He got cooked 2 years ago, and I was thinking he was pretty amped for this game, but it didn't matter.
I think the thing is that the Chiefs have kind of like regressed to the mean, like what Ken is saying. It's just I didn't think it would be that disastrous. It was an utter disaster, and I think that it's one of these games where like every narrative you want to put out there, I'm willing to agree with, depending on the team that you put it on. So it's like if you say that the Eagles were always a super team, I've been consistent the last 3 years saying that we have the best roster in the NFL. And that this is how we should perform. There's no excuse. I don't need Jalen Hurts to throw 350, 400. I've never said that once. I've always said 220 and then rush for 50 yards, rush for 70 yards. I need 200, and then you see how lethal we are. You know what I'm saying? If Saquon has it going, that's the caveat. If Saquon has it going, keep turning around and give it to Saquon Barkley. I understand that. The Chiefs on the other side, if you want to say that they were not as talented and they won just off of situational football, some, questionable calls here and there, I understand that as well. But I don't think anybody I keep reiterating. I don't think, and if you say you did, you bullshitting, because 40-6 is fucking crazy.
It's ugly.
And no, it's crazy. Like it wasn't even fun to watch. If you're like not a fan of the Eagles, it's like, yo, this is terrible. I don't even want to watch this anymore. If I am Patrick Mahomes, I do think we do have to address some things in the front office. We do got to get a wide receiver. I need a number one, or at least some comparable committee wide receivers, because this is not going to cut it. And then Travis Kelce, I think that's done. And I think that all signs are going to point to Chris Jones being the trade piece to free up money. If I'm the Chiefs, I would rather my offense be unstoppable, because then the game is going to be in Mahomes' hands. I'm not going to load up on the defensive end if I'm the Chiefs personally. I just need them to be passable, because I think Spags, and this is from a money standpoint, I'm not trying to pay a bunch of blue chip guys on defense. I would rather, boost my offense and beef the offensive up, so that it's a matter of, all right, if you score, I know Patty can go down the field and score. So now it's just a matter of who gets the ball last. So that's what I think the philosophy should be, because the money is too tied up in other positions.
Here's why. Let me answer that. Yeah, I was going to say I disagree with that too. And the only reason I disagree with you on that, Q, is that's how they've been successful thus far. You rely on.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Their defense has kept them in how many games this year? We
but
talked about it. The reason why they only lost one true game this year. But we're acting like this team is trash. This team lost one game.
But the reason why they're successful is because of Patrick Mahomes.
No. It wasn't because of Patrick Mahomes. Y'all said it yourselves. No, Patrick he didn't have his best season this year.
No, I'm saying
was stout all year.
I think it's because the offense is struggling.
I think both things can be true. Real quick, I think both things can be true. It's because of Patrick Mahomes, but it's also because that defense was as good as it was, able to stop people and give the greatest quarterback of this generation the opportunity to go win the game. Absolutely. So to what I disagree with Q with, I'm not going to get weapons. I'm trying to get Myles Garrett. I want to put Myles Garrett with Chris Jones and put my defense in a place where I know y'all going to have problems with this D-line. And now I can throw the Juju, I can throw the Xavier Worthy, even though they're not the weapons that I need. But if I got Myles Garrett and Chris Jones on that defensive line, it's going to be a long Sunday.
But see, the thing about it is, if you look at the teams they play, they only how many points did Kansas City average this year? They didn't even score 30 once this year. Right. So that tells you that this team was driven by the defense, and you have an ultra mega star. You have the what many consider the greatest player in the game on the offensive side. I don't think you need to load up on offense. You may need one or two pieces, but you got Rashee Rice coming back. You got Worthy going to step into it.
But hold on, this is what I disagree when I hate. And I know we got to move on maybe to something else, but like saying Rashee Rice coming back don't mean shit to me.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not. I'm not saying he's gonna be number one. I'm just saying you got weapons.
Like they should be the number one team right now saying we need to get T. Higgins. They should be a number one team saying like whoever we need to do get like these little like Kim, bro, Xavier Worthy. One of the two times that Cam one of the two times he was right this year was when he was talking about Jaden Daniels in that college football offense, and Xavier Worthy, all this nigga know he just fast. He just know how to run around. All the routes that he did was during Ken. We ain't playing fantasy football, so garbage time don't matter to me right now. But it's all garbage time touchdowns against like you said, Shelton, fourth, fifth, stringers and shit like that. It's like all this nigga know how to do is run fast.
And I can't say what after he got injured, but wasn't Rashee Rice nice until he got hurt? Wasn't he a number one?
He was, but was he gonna make any difference in this game if he was playing?
Not in this game. Rashee Rice got hurt. I'm sorry, go ahead.
If you were the Chiefs and you can get T. Higgins or Myles Garrett, which one would you say?
T. Higgins.
I think you got to go T. Higgins because, bro, here's my philosophy with that.
I'm not trying to show Q real quick. I'll just on one response. Lou, I'm not trying to be Pittsburgh. I'm trying to be Kansas City. We ain't about to put all that money on the defense for no reason. We can't even do shit on offense.
And here's my thing is that the philosophy is if you're the Joe Burrows of the world, if you're the Patrick Mahomes of the world, you need a passable defense that's advantageous. And certain details come together when you get to the postseason. Once you start peaking at the right time, right? So you don't necessarily need an all-world defense to do what the Eagles just did, because a lot of those guys are rookies. A lot of those guys are third,
easy to
fourth.
say when you got Jalen Carter, Q. Like
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Best tackles of this generation.
That's a fact. I'll give you that. But that's also comes down to drafting, because of six other teams, if I'm not mistaken, had the opportunity to take Jalen Carter as well, and they didn't because of
he was top 8. He was a top 8 pick. Right?
He'd have been fine with that. The college,
you know what I'm saying?
He didn't kill nobody. Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, like Cooper DeJean, the Patriots traded up and they had Cooper DeJean right in their lap, and they didn't take him. So it's like it's a matter of your draft philosophy. But my thing with those two QBs in particular, because I think I'm starting making the case that I think they're closer than a lot of people think, is that when you get to the postseason and you start peaking on defense and you understand your role more, if you have the right coaching on the defensive side, I would rather my quarterback have the ball in his hand to decide a game as opposed to trying to get a stop to decide a game. And if you have guys like Burrow and Mahomes, that's why I would say do more for your offense than you need on defense. Do just enough on defense to be like solid, get the right coaching, but OD on the offense, bro, because it's scarier if you have Patrick Mahomes, like put Patrick Mahomes behind the Eagles and everything we got. Swap Hurts out, put Mahomes in that, right? Put Burrow in that, right? And then give us an average defense. I think people still fear the Eagles, with those two QBs as opposed to, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, we have some solid weapons here and there, washed up tight end here and there, and then a really good defense. Then you're just like, it's up to chance.
The only reason I don't agree with that, though, is that's what the Bengals have. The Bengals have a loaded offense, but they don't have the defense.
They have a horrible defense. I said a passable defense. They have an awful defense.
And Shelton, I'll say this: the reason why I would say the difference between the Chiefs and the Bengals for that point you're bringing up is that we've seen the Chiefs still be successful with a shitty defense or a shittier defense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying
not this version though.
No, but I'm saying like nigga, all he knows is the AFC title game and the Super Bowl. So any version you talking about, he's been successful. All I'm just trying to say is that we know we've ran into the ground that he don't need superstars to win a Super Bowl. Okay, he proved that. Now go get me some fucking superstars. Like, what are we talking about?
Let me
y'all are taking away from the fact of how good Myles Garrett is. I see my man in the chat saying I live in KC, so I watch a lot of games. Like Myles, this is a generational.
Can I ask a question? Are they even? Is there a conversation about them getting Myles Garrett?
No, they're on the list, Ken. I think they're.
No, I know. Is there a rumor about that? Why are we so fixated on Myles Garrett?
What I'm saying, Ken, is why wouldn't they do that? That's probably the best move for their football team.
You know what's crazy,
if I got Chris Jones and I got Myles Garrett, I don't give a fuck if you got Joe Burrow. I don't care if you got Jaden Daniels, any one of these quarterbacks that y'all are talking about. If I got them two dudes rushing the passer under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I feel really good about that.
What are you going to say?
And I got Patrick Mahomes.
What's crazy is he's rumored to either be going to Detroit or Philly.
Yeah, so I don't even know why we.
Because
I'm just throwing people out here.
I'll just say before, because people got to go. Howie Roseman is a genius for this alone. The contracts that he has and the timing, because he got Jalen Hurts he's their most expensive player, making less than $30 million a year next year, I believe. Mm-hmm. And he paying Saquon. Basically, Saquon's probably the greatest on the greatest NFL or sports contract as far as production to value. Period. Right now, I was going to say Jalen Brunson.
That's Zach Bond, though, Nick.
You rather have Saquon as a reason why y'all here than Zach Bond.
I'm just saying contract as far as you talking about the money part. That's because he paid.
I'm talking about production versus value of the contract.
Guys that we signed,
you know what I'm saying? Like that. That's what all I'm saying is that because now the Eagles you could probably pencil them in to the title game for the next 2 years.
Oh, we believe so.
Hey,
it should be that.
Go ahead, Shelton, real quick.
What up? No, really quick, and I was going to tie into that too about Howie Roseman being that he made some brilliant moves all across the board. And I'm talking about the coaching staff he put in place from Clint Hurt, defensive line. I can't remember the defensive back coach, but he put people in place to get everybody ready for these games. We talk about the stars. We talk about Jalen Carter, but people don't even mention like Jalix Hunt, the 3rd-round pick who nobody even knew who he was. He balled out in that game. You had all those guys played good from
move on,
Zach Barnes, Oren Burks. But it was the next. It was. I know, Lou. I'm sorry.
He about to name the custodian. He gonna name the custodian.
I ain't gonna name
the long snapper. Did a great job of getting the ball.
He did. But it was the next man up mentality, man, and that's what I'm talking about. A lot of teams don't have. We talk about their starters, but you talk about the next man up. You lost your defensive captain and replaced him with Oren Burks, and you didn't drop off the beat. So that's
That's fine.
Lou, he about to mention the bodega owner who gave a chopped cheese to
Gatorade pour. Like
Jahan Dotson, that first pass to Jahan
Dotson at the right time, man, it would have been crazy.
I'm like, man.
What happened to Jordan, FIFO?
Hey man, it happens. It happens. But nah, look.
What happens?
Yeah, what's the
you being wrong? You being wrong? What happened?
Hey, it's cool. Look. I don't hedge my bets, but I've always said that this is what the Eagles should be. They should be a dominant team on paper. They by far have the best roster.
Hedging James.
I'm not, because I stood firm on my pick, and I'm gonna pick Mahomes until somebody proves it wrong, and they finally proved it wrong. So now, you know what I'm saying? You might have to take the field versus Mahomes, especially if they don't get that O-line in order. Look, Louis Riddick said something today that I was like, damn, I never thought about it that way, but it made perfect sense. You don't want to have to make 2 moves to solve one problem. They had to move, you know what I'm saying?
Left tackle,
left tackle, and then you had to go promote somebody to left guard, and then boys got exposed out there. You know what I'm saying? They got away with it up into that game, and that defensive front showed them boys, said, hey, you not ready. Y'all not going to beat us with this patchwork, you know what I'm saying, O-line. And I'm not saying that Mahomes, everything was on the O-line. Mahomes was seeing ghosts. You know what I'm saying? One of that interception when he was in his own end zone, when he got pushed into, I'm not saying that's not 100% on him, but he got pushed into. He couldn't get the throw off the way he wanted to.
It was going to get picked regardless.
That defense came to fucking play, and they were dominant. Look, this was a tale of who was dominant on the line, because you look at the Kansas City's D-line. They said, look, Saquon not going to beat us. Jalen Hurts better beat us, and Jalen Hurts beat y'all because, number one, you didn't get a pass rush. You played great run defense, but they couldn't generate a pass rush. So it is what it is, and Mahomes and that offense couldn't overcome what that Philly defense had, and they scored points. They did what they had to do. They wanted Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, and guess what? He threw the damn ball.
Right.
You ain't say none of that shit on Tuesday.
No.
None of that shit. Now, Sheldon, don't let him off the hook. This nigga being Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, right I was about to ask you. Hey,
watch the tape.
People, did it change your opinion of Nick Sirianni at all?
Oh, hell no. Come on.
Why would it?
Not really, but only because I know that he's not the X and O play design guy. What type of head coach?
You know what he is?
He's a CEO type of coach.
You know what he is? He's what everybody tried to say Dan Campbell was.
100%. That's what he plays. That's the type of head coach he is. So that's why it didn't change for me.
I don't even know why you brought that up, Sheldon.
Why you
because you came off the fence off Dan Campbell. I mentioned it because
I'm saying Nick Sirianni's not even good at it. He's not even good at it. He just got the best. He just got the best roster in football. That's the only reason that it works for him. They were talking about firing him in October.
Yeah, so what are you talking about?
This is the same dude that they didn't even trust.
That was the media talking about firing him.
No. This is the same dude the ownership didn't even trust to hire his own offensive and defensive coordinators. They was like, bro, you just take this position.
You think Jerry don't hire your offensive and defensive coordinator?
We ain't talking about that.
I just think the shot about at Dan Campbell was unnecessary. I don't even know why they didn't.
Dan Campbell somewhere golfing.
It was definitely necessary. That's people's guy. That's why I brought it up.
Oh,
that's why I brought it up. Yeah.
Dan Campbell somewhere golfing in Maui right now. Like, goddamn, what I do? Hey.
But he is the same solid coach.
He's still gonna catch straight.
Sirianni's not a good coach. He's not a good coach.
You say he's a bad coach.
Okay.
Is he a bad coach?
No, this is one of
you can't be a
he
bad
was
coach.
arguing with AJ Brown in the Super Bowl.
You don't win the Super Bowl and win. Come on, Spike. Stop.
Joke.
Hey, is that a Cowboys hat on? Because that's what it sounds like.
I'll go get my Cowboys hat if you want me to. I get my Cowboys hat if you want me to. And Nick Sirianni is a joke, and it's funny all of the re-narratives that are being written because they won the Super Bowl. Now Jalen Hurts is top 5. Now Nick Sirianni is a good coach. Now Kellen Moore should be head coach of New Orleans. Man, all this is bullshit.
Everything you said is real.
The Eagles have the best roster in football, and I will credit y'all GM for building that roster. Anything beyond that is bullshit.
You got you got Kellen Moore fired.
But I'm not mad at that. Like
I love it. No, y'all about to spiral. Let's get one more thing about the game that we need to talk about. Jalen Hurts won the MVP. Any surprises there?
No, because when the QB plays that well, you got to give it to him. But it's like,
do you?
Yeah, when the QB plays well, you got to give it to him. But dude, the way that the defensive front, that was the MVP for me because they created all of our situations. The defense was they were our rock to start the entire game. Probably for first couple drives, they set the tone, the interceptions, the fumbles, but especially in that first quarter, they came to play. Offense was teetering a little bit here and there. They got sparked by the defense, and they just rode that front four to victory. So those would be my for real MVPs. Josh Sweat, especially, like if I could put the guys in order, Josh Sweat number 1 for me. Number 2 probably be Milton Williams, and then after that it's got to be Carter and Davis. That just went crazy. And shout out Brandon Graham coming back from a torn tricep. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Brandon Graham got drafted in 2010. It was a really good night for me because I wanted him from University of Michigan, so it was really cool.
Yeah. So who you keeping, Q? Who you keeping?
You got. I mean, if you got Milton Williams, if you're able to, Ajomo is right there, and I feel like you can get him for cheaper because he didn't get a lot of playing time. But I got to keep Bond. I gotta keep Bond. I gotta keep Williams if I can. If I only keep one, I gotta keep Bond.
So no Becton.
I think that Jeff Stoutland is good enough. And shout out an underrated thing. And this is not like this is actually not a shot, but I know the Chip Kelly era was like riddled with like bullshit. But Chip Kelly brought us Lane Johnson, Jeff Stoutland, and he did make some good organizational moves on top of some horrible moves. So I want to give a shout out to Chip Kelly because this. Foresight he had to bring these guys in. Shout out to him too, because the last 2 Super Bowls have given us those guys as well.
We've given the Philly fans too much time to talk. Can he over?
But Jeff Stoutland, he can bring in. I think Jeff Stoutland is our offensive line guru.
Yeah, they talk highly about him.
He's the reason.
You might not know.
He's the reason why Michael Parsons does podcasts instead of championship. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, Jeff Stoutland, I feel like he can elevate a 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick at this point. So I think Howie's going to be scouting for O-line. If Becton wants to come back on a 2-year deal or if he wants to go max out, God bless him, man, because you went from a terrible organization like the Jets, shout out to Manny, and got you a ring, man. So shout out to him. And shout out Highland Springs High School, too. So,
all right. I want to say that I feel for all the Kansas City fans as well, but I also feel for Jalen. Not Jalen Carter, not Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Doc, who's our producer. Because Lou, you just reminded me, Kellen Moore is going to be his head coach. Oh my God,
hey, he finna stink it up. He finna stink it up in New Orleans, bro. David Carter, what is it? Is it Derek or David? Derek.
Derek Carr. David. It better not be David.
It don't matter, Lou. It don't even matter which way.
Hey, he finna stink it up in New Orleans, bro.
Yeah, they are in salary cap hell right now. They can't do much of anything.
He should have just stayed for y'all.
He really should have stayed one more year and rolled it out and seen what came up because that's an albatross job.
But it's a head coaching job. So somebody says
that's crazy though. That's just I want to be a head coach.
Yeah,
I want to be a head coach like that. I'm not taking. you would have to bribe me to take that New Orleans job, bro.
Yeah. What? There's a reason that was the last one left. There's a reason that job was the last job.
Shout out to the Saints fans out there, especially Jalen.
Shout out Jalen, man. What up, Doc?
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Chiefs do moving forward.
Is Mahomes still a GOAT in people's opinion? Who thought so?
He's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen.
He was never the GOAT, bro. He has to win it. He has to earn it.
If he had won his game, he would have been.
I saw
now he got to win like 3 more Super Bowls.
No, this is kind of like I saw a clip. I just saw the headline. The GOAT conversation is over, blah, blah, blah. And I imagine, I didn't even click on it. I imagine they're talking about Brady to Mahomes. And I'm like, Mahomes hasn't even done playing. How is it even over? I saw somebody in the chat say that they have the same record after 5 Super Bowls, 3-2. So it's. I mean, I think the question is, how long will Reed play? So no, let the man finish his career, and then we'll see what happens. You know, I've
seen LeBron lose a lot of finals and still be in the GOAT debate. So
he could be in the debate, you know, and I wouldn't argue people. I think there's enough there to make the argument, and I don't think losing the Super Bowl is a discredit to him at all, as people trying to make it out to be. If he just got overwhelmed,
if he had won this, he wouldn't have been the GOAT to me. Still, just off of Brady's longevity, man. Like the same way I think that you can make the case for LeBron. I kind of flip flop back between Bron and Jordan, but I mostly stay with Bron just because of the longevity. There's some years, man, where I just feel like Jordan is better sometimes. There's most of the time, though, I feel like LeBron's longevity and the way that he's been able to be this good and in contention as a 3rd or 4th seed now, I think that kind of clears it for a lot of people. So if Mahomes is able to be 38, 39, still competing, doing what he's supposed to do, it may be a debate, you know what I mean, to some, but he just got to catch up in terms of rings. I think that once he gets to like 6, I think I can comfortably be like, oh, okay, you know,
I can't believe you said I can't even believe you said that.
Why that?
Bron ain't winning. So
I don't judge the GOAT debate strictly off of rings, though. I don't do it strictly off of rings, but if Mahomes is competing and he's 40 years old, like Brady, he has 5 rings, you know what I mean, to Tom's 7, right? If he has 5 rings and how these Super Bowl losses or Super Bowl wins shake out for him, you got to weigh all that along with how the ride is going, man. If he's 41 and still doing this shit, like I got to weigh that against Brady being 41. You know what I'm saying? He could have 5 or 6, and I think that it's a debate, especially if he rings off another 3-peat to get to 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. Some people might say that's a GOAT status. For me, I just can't do it because I've seen Brady's career finish, and I've seen the longevity on top of the rings. So if he has to match that with me,
no, I just meant the Jordan and Bron part. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about that.
He just need to get to 5. He's the GOAT at 5. However you do it, he's the GOAT.
Nah, he got to get to 6, bro. He got to get 6.
He got to. This loss is bad, Nick.
He got to get at least 6.
I don't take arbitrary things like how bad you lose the Super Bowl as a way to discredit someone. Like a loss is a loss.
But do you take it where pause? Do you understand that some people will look at that and say that the interceptions and how you lose the game, not just the loss period, but how you lose the game with your hand on the football, what you do with it.
I've seen Brady play awful in his Super Bowl loss. So the games were closer, yes, right. But he still got manhandled by elite defenses. So
have we seen?
We ain't never seen Brady.
I never seen Brady look terrible. The only one he looked bad was the Rams, and he still found a way at the end.
Yeah, and that Falcons one being down 28-3, but he came back.
Now the Giants Super Bowl that he lost, both of them that he lost, he looked bad.
But he didn't. But
I don't think he looked as bad as Mahomes did.
Right. No.
Okay, he didn't look as bad as Mahomes, but it's not like.
Yeah, but Ken, the only reason I pick hairs on that is because we talking about greatness. We're not talking about, just a career. We're talking about the GOAT. So that's why I would pick. Pick these Super Bowls apart.
The only question I'd be saying is like the only question I say to people is like when you look, if you just look at these two quarterbacks playing at their peak, you can't tell me that you're looking at Tom Brady and just saying like, oh yeah, that's the best I've ever seen.
I think Brady. I think you can. I think that you can do that if you're looking at it from a mental side as well as the physical side. That Brady's footwork is amazing. He's not this uber athlete, but he has great footwork. Checks at the line are always the right check. The mental side of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's where you have to see the mental side and then just like the preparation and efficiency in the mechanics part. Right. Patrick Mahomes, physical ability, but throwing underhanded, throwing left-handed. Yeah, of course, physical ability. He's like he's the iOS update on Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? With a winning chip and a fucking clutch gene. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But Brady, just from the mechanics, efficiency, winning, and clutch, I've always said that he has to get at least 5, but for me, he got to get 6, bro. Because 7 is crazy.
He talked about that. Brady talked about that too. He was talking about how and I gotta find the clip where I saw it because I was like, I ain't never even thought about that. He was talking about how locked in he was at some points where he could tell you he knew everything, that all the calls, he knew everything that they were running beforehand. So it was like it was playing the game on easy mode for him because he knew everything pre-snap. He said if he saw something he couldn't adjust out of, he would call a timeout. But for the most part, he could counter anything you do. He's playing chess the whole game. And that's the kind of what separates. And that was another thing that I was going to add too, and I was going to ask y'all about too, is like when we talk about who's better than who, when we talk about better, do we just mean physically gifted, like this person got the gifts and the tools? Because we do that a lot with Justin Herbert. Everybody says that, or they say, physically he's great, but is he better than certain people because he can do it better than they can? No. What makes you better?
You still have to employ it. But one real quick, FIFO, before you go, I just wanted to get this out while we're still relevant. The part of the conversation when you talk about Brady being a GOAT at Mahomes, we've seen Mahomes do things physically that Brady couldn't do. And that's what makes us lean to him being the GOAT as far as quarterback and the passes that he makes and no look and all of that shit. But we've never seen Brady be as bad as Mahomes has been, like in the Super Bowl, for example. Brady's never been that bad. So he may not have never been as good as he's been as physically, but he's never been as bad as Mahomes has been in Super Bowls when we've seen him against the Bucs and we've seen him in this Super Bowl. Like that makes us look at Mahomes differently. And now you're having this conversation about, he the GOAT. And you want to give him that because he went 3 straight. But then I see him go out in the Super Bowl and do things just like elite quarterbacks don't do that, bro. Like, how are you?
But it happens though. But it does happen.
It don't happen to GOAT. Listen. It happens, but we having a GOAT conversation. It don't happen to people like that.
Yeah, that's a different conversation. Go
ahead. Listen. What we praise Mahomes for at times will get him in trouble. And that's the thing that Tom Brady would never, ever do because he could never, ever do it. He never had the level of physicality. So his game was always all mental. So technically, he shouldn't have as bad of a game because he's not going to spin 2-3 times around and trying to get rid of a big-ass defensive lineman that's fast as hell and got a grip on him and then throw it left hand.
Brady better.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Obviously, that's an argument. I'm not going to definitively say one way or the other. I definitely thought I was more in line with you, Spike. If he would have won the 3-peat, he did something that Tom Brady never did, and obviously he's on pace to surpassing Tom Brady in terms of overall Super Bowl. So that's the reason why I was willing to give him the GOAT if he would have won, because nobody else has been able to do a 3-peat. Obviously, nobody still has been able to do a 3-peat. I also agree with we lean toward Mahomes because he does things we've never seen done. We've never seen Mike Vick. Hold on. We ain't never seen Mike Vick do certain things, Brett Favre do certain things, but we've never seen it done like Mahomes the way he does it. So that elevates him, and he has won doing it that way. Now, bro, he's only been a starter for 7 years and 8 years in the NFL. He still has a long time, barring career-ending injury, to continue to compete and chase Tom Brady. But let's be honest, it's only two people on that mantle. It's Mahomes or Brady. That's it.
Them the two. Yeah. Montana would be third, but yeah, those are the two.
But when you know what's crazy though, when because I thought about this too, when you think about the most talented quarterbacks of all time, would you put Aaron Rodgers at number one still?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about.
I'm just talking strictly. If you, and
I wouldn't. I would put Lamar and Burrow and.
Well, I was gonna say I'll put Lamar and Mahomes before Aaron Rodgers.
Above Aaron Rodgers.
Joe Burrow to me is such a talented passer that I don't even give a fuck that he can't run. You know what I'm saying? And that says a lot, bro. You know what I mean?
The only reason I said
that whole Aaron shit that they were saying about Aaron Rodgers was some white people shit.
Don't do that. The only reason I said Aaron Rodgers.
It's Black History Month. We rocking with Spike.
The only reason I said Aaron Rodgers though was his footwork in the pocket was so impeccable. That dude, the way he would slide the pocket,
he's a monster.
That's what I loved about him. I hated him, but I was like, man, the way he moved in that pocket was just crazy.
He was just a victim of McCarthyism. So.
And then when you talk about and then you talk about arm talent, you got to look at Matthew Stafford. You know, throwing no-look passes and the crazy stuff he can do. I'm just talking about these quarterbacks.
Not talented quarterback though. Yeah, like
all right. Let's not fall into a conversation about all these different quarterbacks. That don't mean shit anymore. Yeah. Let's talk about the 2025 NFL Honors Award show that took place last Thursday evening. And while most of the awards went to deserving recipients, one in particular is still sparking debate. This year's Most Valuable Player Award went to Buffalo Bills QB Josh Allen over Baltimore Ravens QB Lamar Jackson. Was this the wrong choice? And were there any other awards that you guys saw that went to the wrong person?
Nick's vote swung the vote, just so y'all know. Black History Month.
I'm just trying to tell you, I got a, you know what I'm saying? I got a secret ballot. I'm a secret voter that y'all know about. My credibility comes now. Real talk, bro, we all knew what was going to happen, bro. They not going to give it to the black man over the white man, especially the clean cut white man with the up and coming superstar actress that he got on his arm. Like, come on, like it was. He won. Like I said, Sheldon. The reason why I gave it to him because he won more games than Baltimore. If he didn't win more games than Baltimore, we would see Lamar get his third one. But he won more games with a shittier team, roster wise, and he faced off. I think. Of course, we always say it's a regular season award, but like what he did in the playoffs when he beat Lamar, I think people were still voting or like votes were almost turned in by that time. It's like you already knew he was going with. I'm not shocked. I would still have personally, I would have given it to Lamar, but I wouldn't be shocked about Allen.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily shocked either. If it wasn't going to be Lamar, Josh Allen to me is the right choice. If it isn't Lamar, and when you look at valuable, you know what I'm saying, you take Josh Allen off that squad, bro. Like that's not a playoff team. You know, you take Lamar off of his squad and you give him a mediocre quarterback, like you're like, okay, they could make the playoffs. They might not win the whole shebang, but it is what it is. Again, I still think Lamar Jackson was the MVP, but if you're not going to give it to him, nobody more deserving than Josh Allen. He did have a spectacular season.
Hey, Q.
Yes, sir.
Did they give Josh Allen a DEI award?
DEI. I saw that. See, Nick, I told you it's MVP, not DEI. I don't know. That's when
diversity can mean a lot of things. It don't mean black.
If you check the stats, just like welfare, they get the most of it. You feel me? Like, but it's cool. That's a whole separate thing. It's Black History Month. We still educating, but at the end of the day, I think that I don't think it was a robbery. I think that this was a three-way award. Personally, FIFO, I think that it would never happen because they're not going to give it to a running back unless you do something absolutely historic. But I think Saquon was deserving as well. But you got to give it to Josh, Lamar, and Saquon. To me, are top 3, and I'm not mad at it. This was coming. This is the Here Nigga Damn award. That's fine if y'all want to say that. But Josh did really good this year. He proved a lot of people wrong. I'm sure Spike has a lot to say that he did not prove anybody wrong. But I still feel like it was deserving, and I think Lamar just got victimized by greatness fatigue. You know what I mean? Voter fatigue a little bit. People just got tired of it, man. So
greatness. I was gonna say
individual greatness.
Yeah, regular season greatness.
Individual greatness.
They robbed Saquon Barkley of this award. He had a great season as a running back. He had a below average head coach. He had a running back for quarterback, and they still won the fucking Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley should have won this award. Like, he's the person that failed the best team.
But without Saquon, they still made it to a Super Bowl. Without Saquon, they still made it to a Super Bowl. He played on the most talented team. Look,
that was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago, and they lost. We seen them last year without Saquon lose 6 straight games and lose in the first round of the playoffs. They made one addition, and it was Saquon Barkley. That man came in and rushed for 2,000 yards, did his thing. He could have broke the record ever for NFL rushing. This is the MVP of the league. Fuck Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson did his thing, but Saquon Barkley saved a terrible organization. When he came and put the cape on for a bum ass.
Save a terrible organization.
Why we let him talk? Why we let him talk? Why we let him talk?
It takes one to know one. You know what a terrible organization look like. Go put on that cowboy hat. Go put on that cowboy hat.
You ain't seen that cowboy hat in a long time, people.
Saquon Barkley should be a god in Philadelphia for saving that shitty ass organization.
But he didn't save nothing. He took him over the top, man. It was a great team without him. And if you take him off, and if you take him off, they still look like a playoff team without him, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't win no Super Bowl.
No.
Okay, I understand that.
We've seen them last year without Saquon. They lost 6 straight games.
We're talking about the most valuable player. They're still a playoff team without Saquon.
FIFO, they roster the only change.
That Ravens team still a playoff team without Lamar. Without Josh Allen, them boys is picking number 1 or number 2.
The Ravens and
roster FIFO with Saquon Barkley being added to it. They lost 6 straight games and lost.
That wasn't the only change.
Playoff to the fucking Bucks. The Bucks,
like
Baker Mayfield, and the Buccaneers. Come on, bro. That's Saquon Barkley's award. He's the most valuable person to any team in the NFL.
No, he's not.
He's up there. Yeah, you can say that.
I mean, all 3 are very deserving. They had individual great, seasons, man.
That was Lamar's season. No, I hate that he didn't get any awards. So that was my
he didn't deserve none. What you mean?
Man, he had one of the greatest seasons of all time.
Man,
awards are such a catch-22 because I think as people get older and as we mature as analysts on this program, you realize just how dependent and interdependent players are with coaching, situation, just health, all this stuff, man. It's such a like a gumbo of factors. But the thing that I think makes individual greatness the observable like things that you bring to a team, like it's your attributes. What do you bring to the team? And if we took that off the team, is your individual greatness felt? And is it, you know what I mean? So Lamar Jackson, of course, had an amazing season, but Josh Allen, take that guy off the Bills, man. They might be the Jaguars. Like they really don't have a lot, you know.
But I'm about to say, kid, come on, bro. We got Philly fans over here philosophizing this shit after a win and shit. Q-tonomous, whatever.
Look like you got on Philly green, Nick.
Nah, I know. I got Ashy green on. I'm only just for Saquon.
It really is Ashy.
All right. So to close out the NFL season, I'm gonna read the super chats and then we'll jump to a couple of questions about the NBA.
Damn, football over.
That hurt on it.
Football over,
y'all. Shed a tear, man.
Yeah.
How do
I gotta get y'all ass in the gym and do something.
Thank you, Q.
Get y'all ass in the gym on Sunday.
All right. Say chat. Who's the GOAT? Never seen a QB play that bad. Philly and Shelton deserves a victory lap. Enjoy the blowout and halftime show. Culture won.
Why is Shelton getting more shout-outs than Q?
I'm here for my brother. Shelton ain't as objective as Q is. Q is objective. Shelton is
Shelton got a business class ticket to a bandwagon to Philly. Oh my gosh, bro!
Call it what you want.
That's what I
call it. What you want. Call it what you want.
I'm happy Saquon.
Thank you, Jorge.
I'm gonna go with Brady for his question. I'm gonna go with Brady. Still is the GOAT.
Yeah, it's still Brady.
Patty the GOAT, bro.
It's definitely Brady. Brady beat Patty when he was.
All right, man. Y'all already had this conversation.
53 years old.
My list is Patty Mahomes, the Eli Manning.
Oh my God! Now I know we're spiraling. But for real question: is the QB of today NFL a parody? Brady, Manning, Rodgers, Ben, Rivers, Breeze used to kill teams with audibles and reading the defense. Do these QBs have what it takes?
College teams, that's an amazing question because I brought this up weeks ago, and Brady talked about this as well. The college programs are no longer programs across the board. Some make you pro ready, but it's the pre-snap and the mental part, the footwork part that is, to me, just not being taught at a young level. They see a guy that can, throw it really far and he can run away from the defense, and they let those guys, skirt by on film study. They let them skirt by, with understanding how to really play the position, which is why you're not seeing guys up at the line. Everything is shotgun now. There's very rarely I formation. There's very rarely anything under the center besides a couple guys who do it routinely. And if you actually look up the percentage of QBs that play majority out of the I formation or under center, it's way, way, way different than what it was 2000 to 2016. That 16 years was a prime of quarterbacks that had a mental capacity and actually used it. I'm not saying that these guys aren't smart. I'm not saying that, but they are not being taught how to be as smart as those QBs back in the day. They have the capability. It's just an institutional failure, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's not what's being... off what you said. And real quick, FIFA, I'll go into you go to piggyback on what you said. Tom Brady talked about this, and I just heard Steve Young talk about this on Dan Patrick's show today. It's not the quarterbacks. For this question that Jorge is answering, it's not the quarterbacks doing it. It's the coaches and it's the system, and now they feel like they got to dumb everything down to cater to these quarterbacks. It's not them not being able to do it. It's the system being dumbed down to do it.
Yeah, 100%. Because, talking about footwork and accuracy and a lot of those things, it's not being taught in the institutions because a lot of these guys have personal guys now that they go to in the off season that they work with. But then during the season, they don't have anybody at these programs to continue on what you are learning. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like off season or nothing. So it is an issue across the board. And it is more on the coaching and the style of play versus can they do it? They
can do it. They just don't trust them.
But here's the thing too. I also think this is part of just the evolution of where football is going. How you line up what you're trying to do and accomplish is different than what they were trying to do and accomplish back in Manning and Brady's day. It's just different.
Man, these dudes are getting NIL money, fingernail polish deals, and all that stuff. Now they ain't got time to be worried about training.
No, but show you dismissing it. Yeah. It's not that they don't care. I think that these quarterbacks still care. It's deeper than that from a coaching standpoint. They're being lazier and not teaching as much. Tom Brady talked about this. They're not teaching as much the fundamentals of the game, and they just using these athletic skills that a Jaden Daniels would have and trying to take advantage of that versus teaching me the actual skills of the game.
My thing about that is I look at it on the other side. One, we're for two things. One, they're trying to shit on the black QB era, trying to say these niggas is dumb. They don't know what the hell they doing. But two, yeah. So that's all I got from people.
Y'all be listening. That's why I be getting flamed. Y'all be tuning me out.
The other thing I was gonna say, Ken, is that we so talented, we don't need all that extra shit. you gotta do calculus just to get across the road.
He bullshitting because when Lamar don't do the shit that he need to do because of what a failure of a coach didn't do for him, now it's Lamar's fault. But you know what I mean?
All I asked Lamar to do, Sheldon, is can you not turn the ball over?
You can't do it. You can't do what you ain't been taught.
He put the ball on the ground. What's the QB play for that? What
can't do what you ain't been taught. Maybe he should have checked into a run. Who knows?
Now Melanin, congratulations, Spike. Tell Mike you got his black card back with that Kendra take. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
All right.
I don't know.
They disrespecting Mike, boy. Hey.
Yeah. Mr. G Nugget, I know a guy who's never played like this in the Super Bowl game. He wears number 12, but go ahead and keep calling Mahomes the greatest.
He's still chasing.
The character or villainous arc, the unintentional villainous arc of Mahomes is so fascinating for me to watch people turn against this guy.
I love it.
People loved him. And now I'm in a room at this Super Bowl where people just like, oh man, I don't like the Chiefs. And I've been in that room with a lot of them when they did like the Chiefs. So I was confused.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the same place.
Yeah, when he was chasing Brady, a lot of people, rooted for him. But then now that he's being chased, is whoever got the gun. It seems like
that's what it is. Once people saw how great he can be, and he can be better than the white man that we say is think about it, brother. NFL is losing all their shit to black culture, like black QBs are taking over. When you see Jalen Hurts, who we all don't think is a top 4, maybe top 5 QB, coming to the press conference with a chain on, they don't like where this
shining
is going.
On lose team.
So they don't like where this is going. The only quarterbacks we talk about that's white is Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. That's probably it. They want to hype up Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert, but they can't. It's all black. That's what I'm saying.
They've been trying, though. They've been trying.
When you see how great Patty is, you want to hate on him because you don't want him to knock off the dude that you trying to been propping up. You see Tom Brady everywhere, and he's shitty. Only time he was good was on the field. He can't even hold his marriage together. But let me stop.
Wow. Hey, TJS.
If he was a goat, he would have kept that other ring.
Man, go ahead.
Lou Miserable, and I love it. Fly, Eagles, fly. Man, here go the Patrick.
Congratulations, Giselle. She just had a baby, too.
A couple of y'all said Pat was the best QB ever. Y'all standing on it. I guess Nick still
10 toes. 10 toes.
Nah, I'm not.
I was never standing on it.
I'm not standing on it. I was standing on it.
And to the ones who called him Jordan, the same thing. He's more Curry than Jordan. He's still up there. He just ain't.
Wait just a second. He's still Jordan because he's preventing Joe Burrow and the rest of who else is it? Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. He's still preventing them from winning rings.
I think he's Jordan when he lost to Orlando.
Holy shit!
I think Pat is still or Pat Tom Brady is still the greatest. Pat Mahomes is still chasing. You know what I'm saying? He's still chasing the greatest.
He's still getting chased by
Patty the greatest. Brady's the most accomplished. That's all I was looking at.
All right. Q, you doubted the Eagles all year. You know, real fan. You've been dealing with. Rob Shelter is a Panthers fan. All right,
let's remind him. Can you remind him again?
Q says Shelton wasn't there when Road shut the vet down.
Come on, bro.
yeah.
Niggas will have real wars outside, bro. We really fought over that, bro.
Spice Paul's at the end of the day, Shelton not a real fan of the Eagles, and Q got too much doubt. Okay.
I'm an analyst, bro. I can't just say the Eagles will win every game. That shit is boring.
Abel, y'all saw First Thing First Monday, best show on TV.
Bro, this
is the fourth message I've received that said that.
Bro,
Jalen said that to my other homies.
I was arguing with my homeboy Willie about it. I was like, bro, they got the best. He was like, nah, bro, I still watch First. I'm like, bro, fuck First Take, bro. First Things First for the last 2-3 years, I would say they've hit us like a peak. And it's random because if you're not a fan of
Chris Broussard and who else?
And the host Kevin Wild. It's the most random collective, but they do the best takes on. They got the most entertaining and best takes they got.
Is it more entertaining than the faculty to you?
The facility?
The facility,
yeah. I can't
remember the name.
LaShawn is what holds back the facility in my opinion.
I mean, for me, first things first, it's cool. It's just I don't really like hearing Broussard speak English, so it's like
I don't mind Broussard. He's funny.
I still go with Pardon Interruption. That's my favorite one.
Of course you would.
Vibes and stuff. A white DB intercepting a black QB and returning it for a touchdown during Black History Month is a hate crime.
It's DEI. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah. Shout out to Coop. That was on his birthday, his first ever interception. Imagine your first interception against Patty Mahomes in the Super Bowl for a touchdown.
Pick six. That's crazy.
Brady giddy as hell watching Patty lose.
Nah, him and Kendrick and Brady had their hater hats on. But I fuck with Brady, man. I fuck with Brady as a commentator. I like him as a player.
Don't do that.
Great guy. Great guy.
Not during Black History Month.
Great guy.
Too much.
Great guy. March.
We
them boys. Get home with 4D linemen is Chiefs kryptonite. That's a lot of
we the boys. That's anybody's kryptonite. What you talking about?
Gotta have them guys, man. You gotta have them guys though.
All the analysts this week have said on any one of the shows you watch, they've been able to rush with 4 linemen. Like you'll never beat that formula.
Man, they was hitting too. Goodness gracious.
Vibes and stuff. KC office been mid since Nagy became their OC.
What happened to Eric B? Eric B for president.
I mean, Nagy's terrible. Chicago fans will tell you that, man.
I thought Andy Reid would call his plays.
Yeah, that's what they said. Now they blame
we were told.
Yeah.
But now Nagy's calling it.
Now it's Nagy.
Gone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. We see how it go.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple more. Chiefs need a new running back. Pacheco angry run gimmick ain't working no more.
Yeah, because we broke his leg.
They need more of an O-line than a new running back. More of the O-line issue.
They actually just need to reshuffle the line, bro. Like it's simple.
Couple draft picks, that'd be all right.
Lou Funny, AF, I understand he releasing 30 years of misery being a Cowboys fan. LMAO.
Lou reminiscing about that no salary cap. That shit.
And last one to close out the season. It's time for dead end accountability. Be honest. Which Eagles take were you the most wrong about this season? Shelton, that includes you too.
That's a good question.
Which Eagles take was I most wrong about?
Shit, mine is easy. I was mad at Sirianni early.
After the Tampa Bay game, I was questioning the D-line. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, we drafting these guys, Nolan Smith and all these Georgia dogs that are supposed to just come in and start barking on niggas, and we were just getting no pressure. Brandon Graham was the only guy getting pressure up until week 4, really, and Zach Bond was playing good too. So I'll give him a shout out. But it's like they came on like actual dogs around probably, I say that Baltimore game. That's when the defense to me started really showing out. Like, okay, no, these guys are for real.
I was most wrong about Jalen Carter. I didn't think he was that good, and I was so wrong that he
was wrong about the whole thing.
No, we ain't gonna do that. Nope. Because Sirianni's still trash. Y'all still got to run it back a quarterback. Like all those things still apply. Jalen Carter is still a monster, and Bond. I was wrong about Zach Bond. He a beast.
I'll say this. I think my take was on Jalen Hurts as far as like not believing that he could do what he did. Not to say he did. Not to say he did like he wasn't like the greatest Super Bowl performance I've ever seen. But every time that someone said something about him, he stepped up. So that's the only thing I give him credit for. And of course, having Saquon on your team helps.
My worst take was not believing in Philly being able to do what they needed to do when they needed to do it. Like I've always said that they were talented, but I just never trusted them. And all playoffs long, them boys that stepped up to the plate and knocked it out the park. So that's my worst take. They actually showed up when they needed to. Not bet against them every step of the way too. I didn't believe.
Still would.
What about yours, Ken?
Oh, I didn't have one. I was actually pretty spot on. I said Jalen Hurts, if they try to stop Barkley, Jalen Hurts could step up and make the throws and plays he needed to make. Early on in the season, I dropped it in the chat like that. I said there's no reason this team should not go to the Super Bowl. And they went to the Super Bowl. And I think I may have even said they should win it. So
hey, Sheldon, what was his Super Bowl pick?
Hey, that was early. Hey, man, we talking about the Eagles.
Here y'all go.
Is that the same? Is that the same bird? Is that are those two different birds?
That's a different bird.
Yeah, two different birds. But yeah, I don't think I had a lot of Eagles takes this year, anti-Eagles takes this year.
Hey, do you know how bad
that I can think of? Chat, please remind me of something
we need that up to spike.
More than happy to.
You know how bad the Dolphins look right now for saying that Fangio was too hard of a coach on them. That's wild.
The question I have is Fangio now a good coach all of a sudden?
No.
Or did he just have the horse?
I think he was always a good coach.
No.
Coordinator's it.
Some people are good head coaches, which are CEOs, and they can run the whole business and they can make sure everything is going right. And some people just are good at doing what they do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying coordinator. I'm saying coordinator.
Fangio's a good DC. He just needs to
go. Yeah.
Sirianni trash too, though.
He's a good coordinator. I'm just talking about coordinator. Like when he was at Miami, they ran him out of Miami.
I think that this next season is actually super important for the Eagles because I think there's a camp of people like Spike, and let me try to put some language to it. There's a camp of people like Spike who will say that the talent is so overwhelming that it should be this. Like, this is what it should be. It's like, what it should look like. It's just what it should look like because it's so overwhelming. But the difference is that when everyone knows you're this talented and you finally do it, next year is when we really get to see, for some people, and I think it's still warranted, to see if Sirianni can back it up, to see if Hurts can back it up, to see if, our defense is actually like that. Because there is, flash in the pans where you have a one good year. The Seahawks won one Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So let's not act like they didn't destroy the Broncos and we all thought they were going to go back the next year, and they didn't. So from an objective, standpoint, I understand people who got to see us do it again.
Well, I think to add to that, it's also like roster turnover, right? I think that's when you really start to see what these guys are made of when you don't have that and you got to coach up certain guys. And I think that was one of the things that I heard, that when you're talking about the offensive line coach, that guy, like I heard people talking about him and how he's able to coach these guys up, and I don't know if that probably was a Darius Slay interview I listened to as well, but they were talking about that and how he was able to come in and do that. So when you turn the roster over and you got to coach around that, then what? And that's what we got to see.
Yeah. Those backups, though, even offensive line, the backup stepped in. He stoutling that dude because he had everybody believing. So
Tyler Steen.
Tyler Steen played a lot. And a lot of times people were out. You didn't even know they were out.
Yeah. And it's kind of hard for me to give Mahomes a lot of bail on the offensive line because Landon Dickerson was playing on one knee that game, and what's his name?
Cam Jurgens' back was out.
Cam Jurgens' back was done. So
we don't give no excuses for bad O lines, bro. I just didn't realize the Chiefs O line was that bad.
Yeah,
I don't think
they were only because of the injury though. They had to make.
No, I don't think so. I just think that they ran into the wrong one.
Exactly, bro. That team was just too stacked on the D line, bro.
You know what's crazy is if the Chiefs play any other team, I think they win handily. It's just
I don't.
I do. I think that they would have been able to situational football their way through anyone else besides this Mike Tyson glove of a fucking team, bro. And
I think if Jaden Daniels would have won that game, we would have seen a 45. It would have been 45-50 burger on that moment.
Because they wouldn't have been able to stop that Kansas City offense with a front four. Like, think about it, bro. Like they didn't really blitz like that. They didn't blitz
at all.
They didn't blitz the whole game.
No, 42.
Bro, no blitz plays the whole game.
Yeah, like the Commanders don't have the secondary, and they don't have the pass rush to do what we did.
You notice, Q, that they didn't mention Quinyon one time in that game. They didn't even look that way.
They're not looking, and Slay either. Honestly,
right?
They kept trying in the middle of the field. They kept trying in between the numbers because they thought DeJean and maybe Rodgers, Maddox. Nah, bro, Slay locked up, Avante locked up.
Yes.
I never seen it.
I wasn't saying that Kansas City was going to be able to score. I'm just saying that defense would have got cut up, just like how it got cut up on Sunday. Look,
if Kansas City can score readily, then it comes down to situational football, and that plays into their hands.
I don't trust.
Yeah, and here's the thing: they didn't really get cut up, bro. Like we're talking about Saquon, the MVP, Saquon, the greatest running back, this, that, and the third, value to contract. That boy got he wasn't what we seen him all season. 25 because they made a concerted
2 yards a carry.
To be fair though, that was the greatest decoy that you could have because you're keying in on Saquon so much, people that it gives AJ Brown, Devontae, and Jahan Dotson. Like, come on, bro.
Jahan Dotson.
But they made a concerted effort to stop Saquon and make Jalen beat him, and he did that. Yeah, I agree. Because look, at the end of the day, you can't take away this is the NFL. This is not high school.
I don't think Spags respected Jalen, and
100%. Yeah, that plays into it.
You're saying that FIFO, but the Eagles took away everything from the Chiefs.
Yeah, they did.
Because look, at the end of the day, if you can't hold, you know what I'm saying, the defensive line back, not even for like 0.2 seconds, bro, you're going to win that game.
At what point in the game do you realize that, all right, after your fourth sack, he got six times, bro. It gets to a point where like, all right, this offensive line is trash, man.
And that's where, you know, for me, we're not going to relitigate all of this, but just this one point, I think that the Chiefs, at a certain point, it comes down to talent gap there. And that's what I'm saying. Like the Eagles, for everyone who's still a little bit agnostic, not true believers yet, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always believed in the talent on this team. I think that other people are the X's and O's, the decision makers and the coaches as good as we think. Is Jalen individually as good as we think? That's going to be up to next year's performance. But
who's the next OCQ?
I think we're going to promote from within, and if we're not going to promote from within, I think Howie's going to find somebody, and it might be from college.
I'm here. Frank Wright.
I'm like, look, here's the play. Where's Saquon at?
Hey Q. Hey, speaking of that talent gap, I couldn't help but wonder if Jalen was throwing to Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, and old washed up Hopkins. With that game, would look completely different.
I gotta take with that one too. This says if. Man, you can't even see none of my thing. This says if. I know the ifs are coming. Hey, but first pass with the Jahan Dotson. So
all I've ever about
the talent. I'm talking about the talent. Look, what's the saying? A steak, a garbage can, to get a steak every once in a while, something like that. You've seen irrelevant niggas score all the time. That shit happened to fucking with the Brady and everybody.
The broke clock is right 2 times.
Yeah, that's it.
Look, bro, I said this when we beat the Rams, and I said this after the Green Bay game while I was very concerned. I don't need 350, 450, 5 TDs because we have all these great weapons. That's fine. But I need to see at least in that range that 180 and then that 80 yards rushing or that 220 and that 50 yards rushing. That's always the range that I want to see from Jalen Hurts because you can sleepwalk your way into that. And the only caveat for where he shouldn't be doing that is if Saquon and the line are just going berserk. But on average, that 280, 60 yards rushing, he should have that all the time. Bail, bro.
I was
pissed though. And I'll tell you why, because Saquon cost me some money. I just knew Saquon was
Saquon played a good game, though. If you actually go back, Sheldon, if you actually go back and watch that, he caught that really good pass, and then he had like 3 runs where he broke it for like at least 8 yards.
He was fine. I'm just talking about my bets. That's all. I betted for him to rush for.
Before we get out of here, do y'all think Jalen Hurts will win another Super Bowl?
Well, this is the window right here, and this is what I'm saying.
He got to go next year.
It's the window. To me, it's the next 3 years.
A definite.
This roster has
Jalen is 27. Jalen's 27.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
He could win one more.
He could. Yes or no?
One more.
If everything breaks the way it should,
will Jalen Hurts win another Super Bowl? Yes or no?
Yeah. I think he will. I think the Eagles will win another Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Yes.
I don't even want to stop at you, Sheldon, because I know what you're going to say. But
and all the reason I'm saying is because
Nick, what you got to say?
This the roster. You just got to keep everybody healthy.
Do I think it can happen? Yes, but I'm betting on Jaden Daniels. But
I mean, who in the NFC besides the Commanders?
Do you think he can win another Super Bowl?
Can't even say that because we don't even know who that roster going to be. We don't know.
I've actually been thinking about this, Spike, and I think, I think so.
AJ Brown is 26, 27. Devontae
if they bring, because I heard they was
under contract.
Yeah, but they say they might get rid of him.
Jalen Carter 25, Quinyon Mitchell 25. I think under contract.
I think they could. It's just that there's this kid in DC.
Man, they gotta get some more kids because
they don't even have no talent. They don't have a team.
Trust me.
Green, as a KC fan, at least Q can stop with the ref talk.
Thank you, because earlier
that first call was egregious. First call,
Nick, it was going crazy where I was at. All that shit shut up when and late as the game went on. But they were like, "Oh, they started early." I'm like, "Bro, this."
I was ready to call the JFK conspiracy dogs. I was like, "Oh God!"
That pass let me know that they were going to play a little loose for this game. So
and they gave us the makeup call, which was also bullshit.
Right after that, yeah,
that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. I've been saying this all year, Ken. I was like, the refs are just trash. People acting like the refs are good. When have we ever been good?
They seem to be very trash for KC, but this one.
Yeah, I saw something that they are. I saw somebody say like it's bad that we rely on 80-year-old me and the
like, come on, bro. To see these fast twitch movements. It's like, bro, they don't know what's going on, bro. Come on,
you can't see that. Sorry. There's no way.
I'm sorry, Ken. You can go ahead.
It was a hell of a psyop by everybody to make people think that there was some conspiracy going on. This shit was crazy and everybody bought into it. Anyway, let's close out with this NBA talk. Rounding out one of the most talked about trades of this NBA season, the Golden State Warriors have acquired,
yes, sir,
Jimmy Butler and 2 second-round picks from the Miami Heat in exchange for Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, and a protected 2025 first-round pick. Thoughts on the trade?
My guy, Jimmy. Yeah, man. As soon as you get Jimmy, Steph start going off again. I mean, that's just kind of what happens. You got to get him a guy that can actually put the ball on the floor, a guy who's a threat off the dribble, somebody that is at least serviceable from 3. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes can get on a heater from 3 in the playoffs. Big game guy, really competitive. I think he fits with Draymond from a defensive standpoint. This is not everything that you want if you're a Golden State fan, but this is the last option that they had, and I think it's actually going to do a lot for them. Is it going to lead to a championship? Probably not, unless we see something miraculous. But I think that it's a great move for them, dependent on what was around for them to even trade for. KD didn't want to go back. I think that you couldn't get anyone else to come, so this is what they had to deal with, and I think they're going to end up being happy with it. Personally,
I think so too. I think that this is an IQ move. You got a high IQ in the room. You got a person that can get to the free throw line, and you got a person. I saw Steph saying he was getting doubled a lot. You can't really double him now because you got Jimmy who can get buckets as well. So that adds to this team. Other than Luka, I think that this was probably the best move you could have made. You know, if you speak about this team long term, this adds to this team an element that they needed. Plus, it's another tough person besides. So when Draymond get kicked out, you still got toughness on the floor. So I like what he brings better than what you had to give up with Wiggins. I really like this move for Golden State.
This was a nothing burger. I'll let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk. This is a nothing burger. This ain't gonna mean shit. We need to have a conversation. This is what I've been wanting to say all day, Sheldon. Steve Kerr is the Nick Sirianni of the NBA. He just got better marketing. I'm gonna let you talk, people, but I'm ready to have that conversation about Golden State.
No. I'm with you on the Steve Kerr take now. But in terms of this being a nothing burger, that's the furthest thing from the truth. This is actually going to help them out during their playoff push. Everything that everybody said, I ditto that. I think the biggest thing is this. It's how Jimmy scores. Jimmy, before getting to Golden State, was top 10 and scoring off of cuts. You know what I'm saying? So what do we know that Golden State likes to do? They move the ball and they like to backdoor pause and get easy budgets. Jimmy Buckets also, you know, he's not what Clay is from three, but what he's going to be able to give you is a guy that can get his own bucket off the bounce. You know what I'm saying? They haven't had a guy like that. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest part of the trade is this. You keep Jonathan Kuminga because let's be honest, I'm not saying that they're going to play for a championship, but you're going to need guys at that 6'8", 6'6", you know what I'm saying, lengthy wing position that can go out there and be competitive, right? Like you may see the Lakers. Lakers got a plethora. Now that they got Connect back, you got AR-15.
They got him back.
LeBron. Yeah.
They wanted him to go.
I know. It was rescinded. But it is what it is. But, you know, like there's a whole host of teams that have, you know what I'm saying, that type of size. And now the Warriors, even though they're still devoid at center, I like what they have on the perimeter. That's no longer going to be an issue for them.
Bruh, how long y'all gonna stay on this Kuminga shit?
Thank you, like, bro.
He's a good.
I didn't say he's an all-star.
He's a good bench guy.
He ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Y'all be shitting on niggas, bro. He's a good.
He's a role player.
What's Kuminga's best game?
I think he had like 30. I think he's had 30 like 3 times this year.
FIFA, what's his jersey number? What's his jersey number, FIFA?
He's a solid role player, bro. Golly, man. He's not there to sell jerseys, dog.
I can't even remember, Nick. I'm trying to think.
Can anybody? You know his jersey number?
I don't know a lot of guys' jersey numbers. Okay. Unless they stars, I don't really know them like that. But I know their names because I'm not looking at the back of the jersey. I'm looking at what the guys are doing.
Okay. He ain't doing shit because you remember that.
He's had 30 like 3 times this year. Like,
bro, they've been trying to sell Kuminga.
He's not an all-star. That's but he's solid.
Hey, Kuminga the Dogecoin of the NBA. For those cryptocurrency fans out there.
Well, you know, if you believe in your theory about Steve Kerr being garbage, then it's probably him.
It ain't no theory; it's a fact.
All right, so cool. Let's accept that. He's probably being held back then, right? By Steve Kerr.
That's what it is. Yeah,
I guess
it could be right.
Yeah,
that's like saying I can turn this B suit into a C+. So, but they ain't saying much.
Kuminga, nice off the bench.
He's a good defender.
He's a piece.
But 17, 20 minutes a night, you know what I mean? Like, he be doing his thing, man. He's
this trade for Jimmy until he's upset for whatever reason.
This is definitely a 2-year ceiling. This is definitely like 2-3 years, and then he's done.
This is a 2-3 month ceiling. This is a 2-3 month ceiling.
2 years.
He just got paid. Everybody and
he just got paid.
Jimmy gone after this.
Jimmy still, like I said, Jimmy still is an upgrade from Clay even.
Yeah. And Jimmy just got paid, and you need somebody to attract attention so Steph can do what he's doing. Like as soon as he got there, Steph started putting up 35 plus again.
Well, Steph said it. You know, the game was he doesn't have to work as hard. He did say that.
Yeah.
But we'll see how long it lasts.
Right. Jimmy gonna get mad in a minute. Yeah.
Steph is not no 6'9". You know what I mean? Like he's 3, bro.
That's why I say I'm.
So
2 years.
So what does this do for them? Now they're a play-in team because they've been like.
I think they can get to the 7th, maybe.
Yeah, if they can get just get in it, they have a shot to win the West. Because nobody's really
get the fuck out of here.
Nobody other than
Jimmy Butler's a great playoff performer.
Yeah. Nobody. You know it yourself, Nick. Don't you know? Well, I expect Oklahoma City to win the West, but it's wide open. You put some bets together.
Why are you just literally? We've caught out their flaws. They have no bigs. So you telling me they can go against?
Kevon Looney is good enough.
Kevon Looney.
They done it with him before.
I like Kevon Looney, bro. He plays.
Yeah, but like Kevon ain't nothing for Denver. You know, like if a team has a really good big.
What about Memphis? Memphis has got bigs. OKC's better than them. Like
I believe
there's a plethora of teams.
That
Houston better than them.
Oklahoma City should win it, but the West.
I think the Lakers
run OKC.
I think the Lakers clearly are the favorites right now. Personally, that's just me.
The Lakers?
No.
Hey, they've been selling Luka in that Lakers jersey, bro.
The Lakers are clearly the favorites. I'm not like, all right. If we want to get like Ace talking about the NBA, so let's get funny with this shit. I don't see the OKC the way everyone else does. I see them as a very young team still. I think they got to get one more ass whooping like FIFA we talking about. I don't see it this year. It's too soon. To me, Shea's chest ain't puffed out enough yet. He's still too skinny. Chet Holmgren chest ain't puffed out enough yet. Jay Will is a great player. They put him in the All-Star game. That is just an indictment on the All-Star game, in my opinion. But I don't see it for them. Denver, yes, because Jokic is the best player on the planet. I agree. So, they should be in that favorite conversation. But in terms of just the way that LeBron James been playing and just how we think that Luka Doncic should be getting into shape in the next couple of weeks, just playing basketball, right? The two best talents on the court in the NBA.
So this is where the hype is coming from, Ken. Over they on a 5-game win streak at least. I don't know, I ain't go back that far, but just for this month of February, they beat the Knicks, the Clippers, the Warriors, the Pacers, and the Jazz. They're about to face the Jazz, the Hornets, and the Trailblazers up their next 3 games before they face the Nuggets. So, yes, this is why they have everybody gassed up, because out of sight of the Knicks, they beating bums.
No, the Knicks.
Denver's not a bum.
The Clippers are solid. The Clippers are solid.
Clippers are not solid, bro. What are we talking about?
Yes, they are. The Clippers are solid.
Yeah, they just added Ben Simmons, so that kills all their solidity.
I mean, shit, that might actually be what they need. But,
yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But the Clippers are solid. They're super solid.
Pacers are okay. The Pacers are okay. They're not a bad team.
Shit. Pacers got busted by the Knicks.
There's a 40-year-old man running around on the court. He shouldn't be able to do any of that. So it's that's what I'm saying. I'm judging off of what is the degree of difficulty and the talent that's being displayed. Luka is young and getting his shit off the way he should. LeBron is 40 doing what he's doing. And then I ain't
even asking all that. All I ask is what's the degree of difficulty to beat the Pacers, to beat the Jazz?
You can only play who's in front of you. And all we're saying, I mean, who have Thunder beaten that's like so great over the last 10 games? You can find trash teams in their last 10 games too. Every team is going to play bad and good teams.
You said the Lakers are potentially.
I think they should be the favorite.
I'm saying you're based, and I'm saying a lot of that data is coming from the games you're watching, where they're facing the Pacers, the Jazz, the Warriors, I guess I'm the only one. Somebody else maybe.
They're third in the loss column though, so clearly they ain't just been getting their ass beat by a bunch of good teams either. They've been beating good teams.
We already know what the regular season like for the NBA.
And then they just add Luka Doncic.
Okay, and Luka, the team that didn't want him, just after taking him to the finals, said "fuck him." So
I don't know how's that working out with that.
So wait, hold on, Nick, hold on. So you allowing a trade to skew your objectivity when it comes to analyzing a basketball player? Or is that what's really happening right now? No, wait, hold on, hey, hold on.
Ask me a question. You ask me a question. I can't talk.
No, because it wasn't meant for you to answer. Because it was my entry point. Okay, pause. Come on, bro. Look, at the end of the day, you are allowing the perception of what an organization deemed for their star player to reasonably skew your objectivity, bro. And that is such in poor taste, because let's be honest, Luka, when healthy, is a top 5, top 3 player in the NBA when he's healthy. Regardless if he's drinking a beer during the game, eating a glizzy, doing whatever the hell, he's still a top 3 player. This dude does score 70 points in an NBA game. This guy is super elite. What is you talking about?
I didn't say he wasn't talented or not say he wasn't good. All I was talking about is the Lakers and this team is constructed. During that trade, we all talked about, this is a crazy trade because Luka is great. However, on the Lakers team, what do we say about their expectations? They have no bigs, bro. They're in the wrong conference for that. First of all,
Spike is struggling.
I'm listening, Ken. I'm here. I'm making faces, but I'm still here. Like I can't believe what I'm hearing on either form.
Bro, the fact that we think that the Lakers are a good team to win the West or potentially win the West is insane.
The Lakers have what the NBA wants right now, is a positionless basketball team.
No, they're a superstar white boy. That's what they got.
They got They're top heavy.
This is just the 80s. This is the 80s.
I can't wrap my head around these NBA discussions. Like I don't understand it. Like they talking about stuff that do not matter until June.
Right.
It don't matter.
Hey, we need why doesn't I guess he's talking about Jimmy Butler?
He's talking about Jimmy, yeah.
Why doesn't Jimmy Butler get flat for quitting on this team?
Jimmy
because Miami's terrible.
Yeah. But Jimmy, he probably should though, man, because Jimmy's quit on 2 teams, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy
he got kicked out. He got kicked out.
He quit first.
I think Jimmy gets a bad rap. But that's just
you can't quit on
every spot he's been to though.
you can't.
Yeah,
I think Jimmy gets a bad rap.
Jimmy wear out his welcome is what Jimmy do.
Yeah.
Jimmy, y'all are giving this guy excuses.
Jimmy's a lot, man. Like he's a lot.
Don't say y'all can
be like. He don't know when to be like, okay, I'm doing too much. He don't know when not to be Leroy. To quote it.
Nah, Jimmy's just an asshole, bro. Like it is what it is, you know. Okay. I respect it.
Last question. We're gonna get out of here, man.
Oh my God,
because I don't know why Jimmy get so much of a pass. But All-Star. Anybody care about All-Star weekend?
Hell no.
That's
pack that shit up. We smoking All-Star pack. Put that shit big gas. Light it up.
You remember when this used to be the most important part?
This was one of the best weekends in sports history.
Period.
Like, it's everything.
It's over. I would go to San Francisco to look at the bridge.
Bro, this shit could line up to Super Bowl, whatever thing that you like. The dunk contest, the 3-point contest, and the All-Star game used to be arguably the best shit in sports.
Yes,
and now you even know what's going on.
It used to be that if your girl went to All-Star weekend and she cheated on you, at least you respect it because it's like, all right, we got some real ones over there. You know what I mean? You cheat on me with Jay Will, like you cheating on me with who? Who are these niggas? Like, come on, bro, that's AI. Like, I get it, that's AI. All right,
if she cheat on you with Richard Jefferson, bro, she for the street.
At least a real role player. At least you know his name.
You can't even respect her no more.
Hey, Nick, if your girl can tell you Kuminga's number, you know she cheat.
How would y'all fix the All-Star game?
If your girl can tell you, if your girl can tell you Kuminga's number, you know she cheating on you.
I said it to answer Green's question. I know it's the last one. The only way to fix the All-Star game, from my opinion, is that you have to put incentives for money. You got to put incentives for seeding. That's the only way to fix it, and they're not going to do it, which I understand. Yeah. But you have to put the incentives for the seeding, where I think just bullshitting here, spitballing, just don't hold me to it. But like the top 2 scorers on each team, it should be adding 5+ wins to your team that you represent for. Just the way that would make people who don't give a fuck say, you know what, we're 5 games out the play-in, and I'm on the All-Star team or whatever. I'm gonna go harder. I'm gonna get 100,000, 200,000, and now my team is in the play-in, or my team is now in first place. Like I don't know, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm fine with the new format and the doing the tournament type thing. I think that may be interesting with the dunk contest. I agree. I think Q put this in the chat. Like NBA players should sponsor real people that actually, like I do this dunk shit for real because no NBA nigga do the dunk shit for real no more. Like, ain't no more Jordans, ain't no more Dominiques. I think if we did that for a dunk contest, had the NBA players sponsoring the people that were really good at dunking, 3-point is cool. That's fine. And did something to incorporate WNBA as far as the popularity that they're doing on All-Star Friday and Saturday night, then we'd be cool. You just need to fix the dunk shit. And I think what they're doing right now with the tournament for the different teams is cool and see how that plays out. But yeah,
fix it. Look, okay, so I know money doesn't fix everything, but it fixes a lot, especially when we're talking about All-Star game. But like what Q's talking about, I understand him in theory. I also understand him in the love for the sport and where the All-Star weekend has gone. But giving a team, just because they have a team representative, 5 wins is crazy work. So I don't see that happening. But I feel you. But I do think big money. You know what I'm saying? Like the winning team gets $2 million a player, like big money. Like this, the NBA, this multi-billion-dollar. What the fuck is $20 million? Like that ain't shit to y'all.
What? See, that's what I'm saying. Attaching incentives to like maybe like threshold for the person who gets 30 points first gets this amount of money, or if you get this amount of assists in the first quarter, or by the second quarter you get this amount of money. You know what I mean? Giving tiers.
Yes, I'm there for all of that, and then just giving them a big fat bonus for winning the game.
Yeah.
And then another thing too for the dunk contest, Spike, you said that we don't have guys. Nigga, you see John Morant go over here dunk on Wemby? He should be in the dunk contest. We seen Zion at the end of the game do a 360 windmill. Like incentivize these dudes, give them big money. Hey, you win the slam dunk. That's $5 million.
Job, there's nothing you can give me to make me do a dunk contest.
If you give Zion a lifetime award for like a Popeyes gift card and some OnlyFans coins, that nigga gonna be in the All-Star game.
Y'all being funny, but I'm saying in reality, there's nothing you could do for me if you the NBA where I'm going to go. If I'm Zion, if I'm the fucking job,
you know what?
I'm not doing that.
So here's the thing. Because
what if I lose?
Hold on.
Y'all know what these young niggas is.
Spike, here's the thing. They should put it as an incentive in rookie scale contracts to earn more money. Right? Like kind of like the Derrick Rose rule. Derrick Rose, because he made an all-star team, an all-NBA team, and he was an MVP by his third season. They said, hey, we can re-sign you and re-up your contract earlier if you meet certain criteria and hit a supermax. That's the Derrick Rose rule. So all I'm saying is, hey, if you win an all-star weekend event, now you get it hits another kicker. You know what I'm saying? So now we're getting the young guys within your first 4 years to go participate. If you don't, you don't. That's on you. But shit, you could go make more money.
For the game, I would just say, like, I was thinking, like, I think baseball used to do this where it was like whatever conference wins gets home field advantage, like for the finals. So like,
that's what I'm saying.
Regardless of your record, like if your conference wins the All-Star game, y'all get home field advantage.
See, I'm cool with that. That makes sense.
I saw some crazy shit on Twitter, man. Somebody was like, we need to incentivize the players by like saying that they get out of their child support. It's just, this shit is so crazy. That's how bad it's got, like,
they'll be hooping.
You see niggas.
You want to see a good game, nigga. You want to see competitive game?
You want to see some real shit? Anthony Edwards going to drop 70 on these niggas,
Hey, and I'm always going to be a fan of Ant based off that voicemail message alone, bro.
And the winner gets 18 years of federal child support. Yeah, that shit is crazy, bro.
Oh, man.
All right. So, last one, EDP 445, more of an Eagles fan than Shelton. I don't know.
He not like us. Nah, EDP is not like us. He on
Who is EDP?
It's this YouTube sensation who got caught up on like a Predators. It was some crazy shit, dude.
Oh yeah, that's disrespectful.
They not like that.
Far. It went too far.
I'll take Sheldon way before people like that. That's crazy. Talking them A minors, like, come on, bro.
Oh no.
Well, that is it.
It's gonna be rough the next few weeks, kid, because we ain't got nothing but NBA talk.
Are we doing something next week? Is this?
No. Hey, you and Nick could go on vacation.
You and Nick, y'all can start booking y'all Sunday gym sessions. You feel me? Like getting back into it.
I get my little hour in at the gym around this time. I ain't
y'all about you doing side quests and shit.
Hey, look, if Michael Parsons can find some talk about it, I'm sure you can too. So,
don't get me wrong, I do love the NBA because, of course, the best team in the sport right now is top 3 in their conference right now. You got the Knickerboxers. They just, like I said, they busting ass already. You know what I'm saying? That's
I mean, come on.
Look.
I think there's definitely
it's too late for me to talk.
We'll be back when
there's some storylines to cover. Luka being in LA is interesting.
It's the inverse 80s. You know, Boston is all niggas, and then LA is like, it's like, come on, bro. This shit crazy. It's birds in LA, and you know what I'm saying? Magic is in, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
So, but again, congratulations to the Eagles. Congratulations to Hey, man, it's Black History Month, man. We had a black QB. We would have had a black QB winning one way or the other, but we got an all the way black.
No, we wouldn't.
QB winning. Hey, Mahomes still black, bro. But now he's 100% Negro. And he has a black ass team with him as well. So yeah. Shout out to Philly. And Philly is a black ass city too. You know, they got the sound of Philadelphia. We got the roots. So Jill Scott from there. So yeah, they did it. Great comeback story. And congratulations to them.
Eddie Pendergrass, you know.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens next year, but we got a ways to go before we get there. NFL, the draft coming up, free agency, all kind of stuff. So there's still be stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, man, we'll leave it there. We'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Peace.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.